Ms Patten would like to ask a question.
I would like to ask a question. Thanks, President. And I'd like to ask the question of the Leader of the Government in the Legislative Council representing the Attorney-General. As the Minister would be aware, Victoria is the only state in this country without a spent conviction scheme, despite some of the other schemes having, despite the other states having a scheme for over 30 years. And despite the fact that I introduced a spent convictions bill in February, the government then referred that bill to an inquiry. The Attorney-General said, yes, we're looking at this, we will act on this, it's well overdue. My question is, when the bill has really been consulted and to death, and we have talked about this for decades in Victoria, where is the spent convictions bill?
Before I call the Leader of Government,
you can call me on this one.
Okay.
Just and to clarify, thank you for your question, Ms Patten, and I think I can answer it in my capacity as Leader of Government in terms of its legislative progress, noting that the actual topic is a matter for the Attorney-General, which Minister Teeny has responsibility for. However, in that regard, very conscious of the important issue, enabling people to put their lives back on track, to obtain employment, to obtain housing when they've had, a cross against their name 10 years ago or something, I think is absolutely important. I think it's important now more than ever because of the ramifications of an economic recovery after COVID, and a lot of people are displaced from work at the moment. And I can inform you that that legislation is under development and due for introduction in the Parliament this year.
Patten, supplementary.
Thank you, and thanks, Minister, and I apologise for mixing that up a bit. But yeah, by way of supplementary, and I think it follows on from your response as well, we categorically know that historical convictions are a significant barrier to employment. And as you quite rightly say, as we start coming out of COVID and we start looking at the government's approaches to stimulus and things like that, we will still be the only state in the country where employers can discriminate against people for these convictions. So I suppose by supplementary, is there any? Can I expect that the government might expedite this bill, given that we are coming out of COVID and this is important, so important?
Leader of the Government.
Thank you, President, and thank you, Ms Patten, for your supplementary question. It's true to say that the legislative agenda has been slightly disrupted by COVID. We obviously had our emergency bills and the like. I understand that this is on track to be considered before the end of the year, so it'll be in this place before the end of the year.